Okay, so we are rejecting on this SPY level. Something we need to pay attention to here, guys. But we are bouncing off the daily 50 SMA as well. So we're rejecting this SPY level. We're also holding this ES demand. And we're sort of strong there. Okay, so Tesla's having a day. Let's see if we can find a Tesla entry to the long side. Tesla swing is obviously going to be torched. Yeah, it's on the screen. You can see my position. Down $412 today. Okay, so Palantir off the open is pretty interesting. I'm trying to not chase that off the open, even though it is, I think, a good watch off the open. I do like that. NVIDIA holding the daily 20. Okay, QQQ still rejecting pretty heavily up there. Interesting. A little bit of divergence here, actually. Look at this. Okay, so what's pushing the ES right now? Something's pushing the ES higher. What is it? Is it financials? Okay, financials are pretty strong. Healthcare is all right. UNH is pushing higher. Apple's over 272. Yeah, yeah. NVIDIA's weak. Okay, NVIDIA's weak. That's something to pay attention to here. NVIDIA is weak. So pay attention to that, please. That's something to watch. Tesla's very strong, though. Tesla's ripping over that 414.50. No entry point yet there, unfortunately. Yeah, staying patient. NVIDIA's weak here. NVIDIA's filling the gap. Waiting. SPY rejecting 674 on the dot there. Palantir failing. Yeah, starting to weaken on that little SPY push as well. Yeah, yeah. Patience, patience, patience. Nvidia's weak. We talked about Nvidia being a proxy. Let's pay attention to what Nvidia's doing here. Nvidia's going straight down right now. I would be careful about the upside if Nvidia is going down into this supply on the Qs still. Not saying we're going to drop, but just something I'd like to see out for a second here. Okay, so NASDAQ just held the daily 50 very nicely for the moment. Tesla does look strong today, though. Tesla looks very strong today. ES looking strong as well. Palantir continuing to look strong as well. Yeah, I like this Palantir watch, but Tesla looks sort of like a no-brainer long right now. Just don't really have an entry point there. Palantir looks great over VWAP. Yeah, Palantir is nice. Where am I entering Palantir here? Palantir was really nice off the open. Damn it. Okay. A little bit hard off the open like that. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Watching Hood. Watching Hood and Palantir. I sort of like this Hood hold. Market is still right at that supply though. Boy, is that tough. Nasdaq's just sitting right under that supply level. Palantir looks very strong still. Meta is above 603. Okay. Yeah, this Hood hold looks pretty damn fine. You would have to trust this demand low. A little bit tough to get in here, but market is maintaining. Okay, so Hood and Palantir, all of the watches we had starting to look very good. I think you're starting to see this. You're starting to see the holds come in, but let's be a tad bit patient. Yeah, let's be a tad bit patient. Meta looking good over 603 as well. That's that weekly reclaim. Oklo pushing higher again as well. Yeah, Oklo looking strong here. Oklo looking strong. Oklo, Palantir, Hood all looking strong. I hate how this Q's is sitting under this level like this. It's really causing the lack of confidence, so trying to stay patient. Yeah, it's still rejecting up there. Hmm. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Okay. Akko's rejecting 110. Tesla just continues to look like the best long here. Tesla and Meta. Meta looking very nice over that 603. I'd actually look to see if it can pull back to that. SPY keeps failing this 674 level. Okay. If this SPY rejects 674 and breaks this VWAP 673, that's going to be a short, by the way. That's going to be a short. if that shows up. I'm watching that for sure. That almost looks like a short entry right there. Yeah, that almost looks like a short entry right there. I'm going to wait for a break of 673 though. Okay, Meta's pulling back to 603. That's interesting. Robinhood failed. Palantir failed. Oh. Yeah, guys, I'm short. I'm starting SPY puts short here. I'm small with 10 contracts. I'm starting here. 674 fails. I'm going to try it small to start. I would add into this if it continues. Yeah, yeah. I should have went full size. Shit. I should have went full size there. Let me see if I can add into this. Can we reject 673 here? If we do, I'm going to add more. I'm not adding if we hold here. I would just take my loss at the 10 contracts if I'm wrong. Okay, so no ads. Looked good there for a moment, but I think it might still be strong at that daily 50 ES. I'll see. Gonna stay small now because I don't want to panic. Big hood rejection. Back over 674, I'll take this off the 10 contracts. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. If this candle stays under VWAP, I'd add. Not under VWAP. Nope, no ads. Trap. Still at the 10. Let's see if I get stopped to start. Looked good there for a moment. Thought you might get it. Okay. Looks like I'll get stopped out. If we get over 674, I'll take my L on the first 10. Move on from that. Okay. All right. So that looked really interesting for a moment. Good little attempt. Saw it. Looked like it was about to give in, but super big trap back to the upside off that daily 50. All right. That's fine. That's why I like that. Start small there, and then if it looks good, you add to it. I'm fine with that. $570 loss. Let's wait for something more substantial there. That looked very interesting for a moment off that 674 rejection after failing up there for it might still be, but I'm not going to sit through that kind of trap. Take it off, move on. See what else we got. Do you remember? It looked really valid. Okay, Akko's rejecting 110. Tesla's just a long all day. Should have just long Tesla. Yeah, that was a good break. Over 414.50. Market's not really doing anything, but Tesla's just going. 674. Akko, big rejection. Does 674 reject here again? Yeah, Tesla's just mindless. Damn. think there might be an attempt short here again. You're failing to get above this 673 level, which is very important to me. And you're right at that QQQ level. Can we break VWAP though? I don't want to short into this VWAP again. 673 is still pretty important there. Might just hold it up. Tesla's just ripping. Holy crap. Absolutely ripping. Another big hold of VWAP. Daily 50 still holding on NAS. Palantir is actually pulling back to our key demand level here. That's sort of interesting. All right, so to start the day, just a sideways consolidation, which, need to wait this out. Next trade should provide something nice. A little bit cautious of the downside coming in to fill some of this gap still, though, because you are at this big spot. But the price action continues to be pretty strong, it looks like. Palantir pullback actually quite interesting. Hood pulling back to the 100 SMA, that's interesting as well, actually. Okay, let's see if there's any pullback longs. ES strong here again off that VWAP, so good no short again. If anything, starting to look like a long over 674. If we get that, I'd love that. Oh, that Palantir pullback. Hold on, that might be the spot. Spy over 674. Yeah, I'm long Palantir. That's the pullback. I wanted that. Stop is going to be that 100 SMA. I'm in next week's. Next week, 175s on Palantir. That's my spot. I'm going to try this. We got our pullback into my demand. You're getting market strength. I'm going to give it time. I want to see if I can take advantage of this pullback on Palantir. I do like that bigger picture trade. Above the daily 100. Got to pull back into it. Maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit. Yeah, maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit. But I'm going to see if that can hold this demand below for a longer picture, bigger picture trade here. Daily 100 is right in this 170 spot. So that might be something I try to maintain a little bit right in here. I want to see it hold in here. Thought maybe that was the pullback long. Maybe my short idea is still valid. This is a little tricky. Maybe I should just back off here. A little bit tricky. I'm not sure whether I like the pullback long here on the Palantir or if I like the market to fade. We are in the gap up, so I'm trying to remember that. This is a good spot for Palantir. I'm going to trust it. It's a big spot, big pullback spot, big 4 hour, big daily 100. Give it some time. Oh, okay, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. 674. Yeah, 674. Let's watch this on SPY. Does this hold? Fake out. Okay, I would be potentially intrigued still. This 674 is massive right here. Massive spot. Can we hold here? The problem is the gap up. I'm really trying not to get too aggressive because of the gap up. But I know that this 674 hold would be big. I might try it. If I see something worth trying, I might try it. 674. Just not in love with the gap up. The gap up concerns me. 674. What are you going to do here? The gap up concerns me, but the 674 hold would be intriguing. Yeah, gotta try it. Gotta try it. Stop loss under 674. I gotta try it. I got to. Even if I'm wrong here, I gotta give that a shot. That is technically the exact level. It might be a trap, but I'm gonna try it. If I'm wrong here, I'll probably have to back off the rest of the day. Hitting into that, loss area where I just need to slow down. $674, can it hold? I might be trapped. Key spot here. 674, can it hold? This would be a big hold, but also a very dangerous and risky hold. Very short term, very immediate aggressive try. It might be a red day. Can we hold here? 674, can you give me a hold here? It's a huge level. It's sweaty. It's a sweaty one. That's for sure. It is a sweaty one. But it technically is the right level. I probably should give it 673 if I was to be honest. I probably should give it a little bit more drawdown. That's probably the right move. But I would prefer to give it just the 674. I would prefer to just see the market push right off this level here. It's definitely trying. It's definitely looking to build here, but I feel like it could just be too early. The gap up could just trap us. So make sure you're ready to accept the loss here under the 674, or if you want to give it VWAP 673. I'm interested in both spots. She's trying. She's trying to build, that's for sure. You can see it keeps pushing off that spot. Needs to happen soon though. Or unfortunately, we're probably just going to see a downside candle break right under it. Would like to see it happen pretty soon. That's now almost a full 5-minute consolidation above that key spot. Palantir looks good. Even Hood looks good. Tesla upside continuing. Palantir looks great. I feel like market. Okay, I'm starting to see equity starting to push higher. This should help here on SPY. Can we get it though? One breakout candle is all I need here. Yeah, that looks good. Can it be real? Can it be real? 674 break and retest. I still feel it's a little trappy. But this is the entry point. This is where you gotta be long to have the good risk reward. This would be something, huh? Come on, don't lose it. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Stay. Stay. The strength needs to stay. The strength needs to stay here. Come on. Okay, so clearly Tesla's done. So I'm going to close that real quick. That's clearly dead. Let's get that out of there. Might as well. Can the strength remain? Can the 674 actually hold? Or are we too much on a gap up? Good trade, good entry point. The question is how much? Maybe not enough. Maybe just not enough. But I have to trust this. I mean, I can't not trust this. So it is what it is at this point. At this point, not trusting this would be the wrong thing. So that is me trusting 674 on the SPY, and I will live with my decision. That's it. I will have to live with my decision. Yeah, we got data. I'm still going to trust 674, knowing how major that is. Maybe my famous last words, but that's just me sticking to that 674 level. Just trusting it. I'm okay with the loss, whatever it comes. You know, not like huge size here. If that happens, it happens. That's my game plan. 674. Palantir long off these lows. 674 hold. That's it. That's my trade. Gonna believe it. Hood looks good too off the 100. Can we get juicy with it, maybe? Can we get like a real move? Hey, hey, nice trade. Here we go. Boom, baby. 674, huh? TTL. Okay. How long until you nail lower on me? 67.90, big spot. Big spot. And then I'd like to trust this. I really would. I really would. I really don't want to look back and not trust 674 knowing how major that is. I'd really like to trust this. I don't really want to trade with my P&L here. You know, my P&L would tell me, hey, man, just take some profits here, get back to a, somewhat whatever day, you know, not be down $1,000, $2,000. But strategy tells me 674 is a pretty good spot. Maybe I'll just stay long some ES futures instead of the options. Tesla's sick today. My God, is Tesla sick today? Wow. Just straight up and go. Sick. Big break. Come on. Stay strong for me. Stay strong for me. Palantir looks good holding that VWAP here. I really like Hood as well. Stay strong for me. 67.90 is a potential failure point. But Qs are above 613. I still see room for the Qs here. I think there's still room on the Qs. It's a little bit nasty rejection, 67.90, huh? Yeah. It's a little bit nasty, 67.90. Okay. 67.90, pretty nasty. Decisions. Sort of like this dip buy, honestly. I was thinking about adding more to the SPY position here. I am trying to remember how important us being over 674 is. I think that is a very important level. I'm trying to make sure I trust that. That is very important. That is a daily high. It would be great to see us try to consolidate above it today. Trying to stay patient. Hood looks really good. Really like the way Hood's bouncing off the 100 today. I added more SPY there. I'm staying confident over 674 here. I just added 10 more contracts. This is my trade today. It's my one and done. If I lose on this today, then on to tomorrow. I'm staying confident. Maybe 67.90 smashes me a little bit. Maybe 67.90 smashes me up a little bit. The gap is still a concern of mine. The gap is still a concern of mine. 674. Can you hold for me? Yeah, 67.90 rejection might crush me. All right. Yeah, I knew that was a key level. I wanted to trust 674 though. I'll still trust it, but it looks like that 67.90 might beat me up. Unfortunately. $6.74. Last try here. Last attempt. Yeah, that Q's rejection's no good. I lost. I'm gonna lose, I think. Watching this VWAP 674. If this doesn't hold, I'm out. Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Possibly on the wrong side here. Good first attempt, 674. Good little break and retest long. That definitely looked good. It worked. It was up nicely, but we may have navigated to a point where it's just not going to play. I'll give it this VWAP. It looks like it's time for me to cut my loss, though. Yep. All right, guys. Pretty decent loss there. $3 grand, $3,000 loss on SPY. Good look. Little break and retest, but yeah, it ran into this 67.90. Smacked me. Smacked me good. I figured we had more there after that hold. We might still, but I'm not going to sit through that. I'm taking my loss. Palantir might take my loss as well. We'll see. All right. Well, not the start I wanted. Not the start I wanted. Now I will probably back off because unless we do get that 673 fail, I could look for the short, the original short idea for the gap fill. Just going to have to be careful. Just going to have to be careful with how aggressive I get because I don't really want to make this much bigger of a loss today. So let's see. Yeah, I mean, it was a valid look. I've got nothing against that loss at all. That's a break and retest of 674. Looked really good. Was up nicely. And then this, yeah, I should have known better right here. I sort of, yeah, I didn't do good enough there to react to 67.90. What a smackdown right there, man. Wow. I didn't think it would be that aggressive, but it sure as hell was. Let's see what 673 does. We'll see if I can salvage my day at all, but this is the point of the day where, you know, I got to stomach this. I might have to stomach this loss. Because this loss can get worse. That was a nice fade though. 67.90. Underneath, I will now stay patient to see if we can go underneath 673, underneath this daily ES50. And gap fill type move. Could have known better. Definitely gap fill was the concern. Could have done better there. 674 definitely got me a little googly eyed on that hold. Let's see if 673 continues to step up. Let's see what happens here. Still going to hold Palantir. Let it battle in that demand zone. See if anything else is out there. I gotta believe that a 674 rejection would then facilitate downside after trapping above it. And I gotta believe that a reclaim of 674 would be something of interest as well, but that 67.90 is tough now. Okay. All right. Just gonna wait. Nothing much here yet. Wait for something a little bit more clear. I mean, the Qs we were into my ES supply level, for sure. That discrepancy between the 674 and 67.90 threw me off there a little bit. I could have done better to take it off at 67.90, definitely. It was just, it's impossible to, in my mind at that point, I wanted to trust this level. And that's just an outcome of a trade, man. There's really nothing else to say. I wanted to hold 674. I knew it was big. It held it perfectly right here. Look at this beautiful hold. At that point, I had confidence that it would hold. And that is what made me lose. That's pretty much it. Really nothing else to say about it. I would be intrigued if this 674 rejected now, if this is a potential opportunity on the short side. That's a pretty nice rejection to 674, but again, we're still over by that low, so that's really tough. This area looks very dangerous. Super dangerous spot here. Super dangerous spot. Yeah, man, that fade of 674 is very intriguing. Can't do it though. Right into 673, I just can't do it. It's starting to get super interesting here on the Qs as well. Look at this VWAP projection. Yeah, this is getting interesting for the short side. Sure is. Sure is. Sure as hell is. Let's see what happens. This daily 50 on the ES is so tough though. but it's getting super interesting now. Original trade idea was nice. This little trap got me good. Let's see if this 673 rejects. That daily 50 on the ES is super dangerous to short into here though. And VWAP and 50s on the NASDAQ. Yeah, this is tough. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to short here and then get trapped shorting into this ES demand, right? That would be the worst thing to do right now. So that'll just double up my loss again and probably just frustrate me beyond belief. So I will not do anything here. I'll wait to see if Palantir can hold this demand zone today. Try to see out a little bit more before I make another move. Already started the day pretty poor. I gotta be patient to not try to make that back right away, even though I would like to. I would like to make it back. ES right off this daily, right into this daily 50 in VWAP. The 674 rejection, definitely interesting on the head and shoulder rejection. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, 674. Downside definitely looks valid. However, you are right into this ES low, which is super tricky. You're right into ES pre-market lows, man. Look at that. I don't know if I could short into that. Underneath daily 50 on ES, I would get interested. Underneath daily 50. Palantir still trading above previous day high, giving it a moment. If anything, short trap is interesting now. Into that ES demand low. I'm interested in both sides here. Just got to wait to see what the outcome is. This is difficult because I could see both sides. I could see this pre-market low holding for longs. I could see 674 rejecting for shorts. This is tricky. Yeah, I mean, when I zoom out on this ES, I'm definitely still intrigued by a pre-market high break and retest, right? Tesla is straight up. I don't know what to tell you. I might try this SPY long one more time. That's a pretty interesting hold of that ES. If I can get a little pullback hold here at 674, that might be it. Might try it one more time and call it a day. Let's see if I can get something clean. Yeah, Palantir's still interesting. Everything's still interesting. Google's holding well. It's a good pullback to the pre-market high on ES. Can it develop something? I'll start here on SPY. Stop is under 674. Sorry, 673. Start something light here. I really think I'm going to give this the daily 50 on ES. And I'm going to see if there's a long off the daily 50 on ES today. That's my last try. See if that daily 50 ES pullback is a long opportunity. If this builds, if not, calling it a day, guys. Probably walk away with the $6,000 loss. And that'll be it. I still am very interested by this. $674. Yeah, hourly chart here on ES. 15-minute holding above this structure here. I would say where I go wrong today is aggression prior to gap fill. That is where I go wrong today. Aggression prior to gap fill. All right. So this one I'll have to give a moment. $673, $674, daily 50 ES, daily 50 NASDAQ. Might be yeah. I'm not happy with myself today. This area is interesting me too much, I think. I'm getting too intrigued by this 674. It's like sucking me in. It really is. Just how important this spot is making me want to trade at it. And I'm possibly not being patient enough. I'll give it my original idea, man. I don't want to keep flip-flopping, so I'll just give it my 673, 674 pullback long idea. I'll give it the ES Daily 50. I see the reason. I see us holding this level again. I still think that's interesting and important. It's another nice reclaim of 674, man. It really is. Okay. Now the problem is 67.90 here. So both sides getting trapped here to start the day. However, I still want to trust this demand level. That's pretty much it, man. That's my trade. Trusting 674, 673 for the market to be strong today. Trusting Palantir out of demand. That will be my last decision of the day. I can't do anything else. I can't, keep changing the thought here. Palantir I still like there. $67.90, possibly the right place to take some off here. Palantir holding strong. Strong-ish. Would like to just see some strong builds above this 674 now. That would be really what I'd like to see. I'm watching price action above this level to see if I keep seeing these candles get bought up. That's really my game plan at the moment. Do I keep seeing 674 get bought up here? I like this candle. I'd love to see this start to wake up here. 67.90. Watching for rejections. Price action looks to be getting bought up here on the SPY. Yeah, price action looks to be getting bought up here on the SPY still. Tesla's still ripping higher. NASDAQ holding very nicely at the daily 50. Tough one. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be in this trade. Now I'm just sort of thinking about it in my mind. It is sideways. We are pretty sideways. This 674 level is the reason why I keep getting interested. But when I sort of look bigger picture here, pretty sideways market, might be getting a little chopped up. It's this right here, this daily chart high, and the importance of that holding would be massive right here. That's your major daily double top right here. And the fact that you were trying to hold it today just makes me want to try to be long near it. Because honestly, if it does end up pushing off that, it's a pretty high risk reward. It really is. It really is. So we'll see. Stay patient, it looks like. Both of these attempts were green and turned red on me, so that tells me that my entry points were pretty good. First entry point was up like 15%. This one's now up 13%. Maybe it's my greed. Probably my greed here a little bit. Definitely coming into play for the first loss at least. 67.90 concerning here. Palantir looking strong off the 100 still. And price action like looks really strong. I'm concerned of that one candle. The inch like this move higher just keeps getting bid up. But this 67.90 candle, just a major candle failure is on watch. But every little dip here just feels like zombie grinding upside. Keeps getting bought up, keeps getting bought up. Price action continues to look strong. 674 is still holding. I'd really like to target like that daily 20 on the SPY up here at 676, like that 6812 area on ES. And then targeting this NASDAQ 25.4, targeting Q's 617, 618. That's really my target. Yeah, 67.90. Is he going to smack me up again? Tempted to take some off here. Yeah, tempted to take some off here. Wow, wow, wow. Quick one again. Jeez. I just can't figure out whether I'm longing into supply or staying long above a major demand. This is tough for me. You're into this, but you're also down into this. This is super tough for me. Maybe I should just not be trading. Wow. Damn. Okay. Okay, well, it looks like 67.90 is winning the battle for now. 674. Will you hold, my friend? I would love to see this just go straight back to the highs. That would prove to me that the 674 is actually important here, that you're actually trying to move higher. If this little dip does get bought up, that would be confirming to me. Yeah, I like the way that's getting bought up on the Qs. We'll see if that continues. If this gets bought up back to 67.90, I would have more confidence that you're actually trying to just bid up today. Above 674. Okay, see, I like that reaction. That's what I was looking for in the last pullback. So on this last drop, when I bought that second time on that dip, I was looking for this reaction. And I was not right there on this one. Might be okay here. It's a pretty nice bid right back up. Let's see. Price action looks pretty strong still. I would add even more aggressive if you got over 67.90. We'll see if we get that. Or maybe I'll take the ES futures on that long actually. QQQ, pretty big breakout there, over 613.18. I'm not sure if I should have exited my first long. Could have done better there. Can you hold 67.90 though? No. No, you cannot. Yeah, banks are strong. Yeah, Google new all-time highs. Jesus. I would watch to see if this Q's can hold this 613.18. That would be a very good Q's hold. Yeah, I like the way the Q's are holding that 613.18 there. That would be good. Palantir can't seem to get out of its own way. It looked good there when the market pushed. Yeah, might be time to lock some up here. 67.90. Watching this. Good battle, but not sure I'm gonna get anything that's gonna make my day any better. 67.90, man. Let's see. Trying to stay patient on the idea, but also trying not to be too patient. 67.90 is just getting smacked up continuously. That looks like the level that has to break for sure. I don't mind being long off this low, looking for this to break, but I will have to accept some giving back of gains if I am too patient here. I don't mind being long at the demand into this level, trying to see if it will break. But for me to be patient to see if it'll break is possibly means I'm going to give back gains, which is a little bit tough. QQQ is holding there pretty nicely, 613.18 for the moment. Yeah, that's a pretty nice QQQ hold. Wouldn't mind seeing that be a strong hold there. Yeah. It's trying. 67.90s is 67.90 sketching me out. What a battle here. Q's trying to hold 613.18. That's that daily, that's that major high. Yeah, holding well there still. Is that enough? Okay, that's a pretty good Q's hold. like that. Yeah, that's good for the moment. 613, 613, really good right there. Would like that to stick. Would like to clear out this 67.90 spot. That's a nice little Q's hold there. That Q's level is that is the exact 4-hour highs right here. This high right here is 613.18. So that is now the Q's holding over that 4-hour high. That is right. I mean, that is correct. Google is nuts, man. Google is nuts. Yeah, I wish I was just long Google today, huh? Trying to stay patient. 67.90 is just a pain in my ass. No. Yeah. See, that's what I hate about these moves, man. That one candle just ruins it. Just one candle ruins the whole thing. Wow. Yeah, 67.90. To get bought up. Problem with the options is you really can't sit through many of those. Long into a supply, I guess, is going to be where I go wrong today. And that is, I know better than that, I guess you could say. Can we maintain 674? Is this keep getting bought up? Is this a zombie grind, or are we really going to reject 67.90? It's very difficult for me to decide here. Looks like I got stuck trading the wrong thing today. Some other stuff looking much better. Google. Should have just been focused on Google. Tesla. Nice morning. Getting stuck in this damn market trade, man. Back to break even here. And 67.90 is going to smack me, man. All right, guys. Well, not going to be a good day for me. It's going to be a big, pretty decent red day for me. Looks like. I mean, sort of felt like I had a decent idea there. Really did. 67.90 ES is just the thing that crushes me today. That sucks. Let's see if this 674 does anything. If not, I'm just going to cut it. Nothing here, and I'm out. $674, trying to battle. Giving it a moment. Okay. Let's see what the reaction is here. VWAP 674. Palantir right at the PDH. It's all just gone wrong for me. Come on, hold here. 674. Do something for me. This is the spot. Big volume coming in at this spot too. Just nasty, just up and down today though. Just nasty. Nasty. This is just nasty. Okay, so another big hold at 674. This would really be where I need it to hold. And doesn't look very good there at all. Getting super aggressive, super volatile here. Another big hold at 674. Big wick there. Not looking. Jesus. It's a huge spot. Such a huge spot. Eesh, what is going on here? Holy crap. A lot of volume, a lot of volatility here. A lot of volatility here. Should have stayed away from this. Sideways on the ES. Should have been more focused on my NTZ today. Hate being in this type of price action. Hate it. Such a good spot here, but such sweaty price action right at it. So hard to trust. So hard to read it. Big rejection there, then straight back up. Look at this. Holy crap. Just put me out of my misery. Giving VWAP a moment. I'm out. All right, guys. Bad day. Terrible day. Terrible, terrible, terrible. 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 All red. Terrible day. Wow. Just like that, man. Just like that. After 3 days of great days, today just, I don't know, man. I just delete this off my charts. Jesus. Yeah, just gonna forget about today. 67.90, shouldn't have traded into it. 674, man, I thought both our entries were pretty good. Overstayed my welcome, I guess. And probably still goes higher, man. It probably does. It's just this zone just so hard to trade in. 674 first entry here, really good, nice profit, took a loss. 674 second entry, really good, took a loss. It's just both entries were my spot here. Entry long, profitable, loss, entry, profitable, loss. So not much to say about it. It just sucks, really. That's my day, and that will be the end of my day. There you go. There's a losing day. These are the days people hate me. I probably will not trade again because I can't make it any worse than this. That's where I got to stop it. What should I have done better? I probably should have stayed away. I should have been more focused on maybe an NTZ today and just said not going to trade inside this zone. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, all the losses are comfortable losses, but they just add up to be, a lot because of multiple tries. So, 5% of the account loss here, 10% there. Yeah, too big. Too big. Too big. Too aggressive. Palantir, yeah, just totally failed. Yeah, gap up day is being a little bit difficult for sure. All right, guys, I'll stick around, but that's gonna be it for me, man. I'm not a pretty one. Terrible. So right now is that time where, you want to try to make this loss back. You want to keep going. But, just can't make it worse. Got to try to remember tomorrow's a new day. And, I wouldn't be surprised to see this. Just watch out for this demand low to still hold. Just understand that this whole area is going to be really tough. Maybe the rejection of 674 could give you something. I'd probably wait to get it under that daily 50 though. Okay, so now you're getting your 674 rejection. Watch out for that daily 50 below. Man, that's 67.90, man. Wow. What a level. What? Let me take a look at this. Yeah, what a level. Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. It do. It do make sense. Okay. Gap fill. Let's see if we can stay under 673. Let's see what happens here at the ES Daily 50. Can we fade the daily? Okay, so right here. Watch out for 67.52 to 67.56 for potential holds. Qs did just give back the morning upside move. Would be definitely looking like a potential rejection of that 610 low. Problem is you're shorting into this ES low. That does look like it's picking up some steam. Watch this 610 rejection. ES right in this major demand zone. Can you reject NASDAQ futures here? Can you reject QQQ 610? Yeah, I like the SPY to reject this 673 low. That would be your look for the downside. You are back into pre-market highs. Oof, there it is. This is technically that ES demand zone that I was looking for earlier on for a pullback long. This was the spot, 6708, 6687. Do the Qs reject here? If we get a clear rejection of PDH, then you do go to gap fill on Qs. Right here. Okay, I might get interested here. Yep, I'm trying that. Stop over PDHQs. I'm trying it. Instant stop over PDH. $6.06 stop loss. Can I get it? Can I get it? PDH rejection into gap fill. One attempt. That's a perfect previous day high rejection. Holy shit. Okay, I'm taking some off there. Ripping some off right there. Make my day a little bit better, huh? Yeah, that's the only trade I should have taken today. Yeah. That or the sixth, yeah, that or the failure under the morning lows, right? I mean, that's the only trade I should have taken today. It's where things actually make sense. It's just stupid on my part. Doesn't really, make me just got to be a little bit better, a little bit more disciplined. I will stay in the rest until we break over 606. This is a good reason to be in a trade here. The only problem, see, this is tough now, man. Tough day. Now, see, now I have to be worried about the SPY holding PDH. Yeah, it's not perfect. Now I got to be careful of SPY, holding PDH here and taking me out. But I'll have to see it out. Let me see it out. Good entry though. I mean, right at that PDH rejection. Good entry. Can I get some flow? Can we get gap fill? SPY PDH, possibly a problem here though. Definitely. Come on, man. Give me a good one, please. Just one good one for me. This SPY previous day high. Yeah, the ES just had a huge wick off Wednesday high a day right there. Yep. Okay. So a little dancy here. ES is right at Wednesday high a day, yesterday high a day. Definitely could be a reason we bounce. Trying to see if that Q rejection will stay true though. Staying on the side of the trend for now. Okay, Q's still rejecting PDH there. Bear flag potentially forming unless this ES just rips off this low and we get squeezed out again. Just gotta believe it. Gotta trust it right here. Got to. Only way. Even if that means I gotta take take a little bit of a loss again. Yeah, SPY held it good. SPY held it good. $606 still rejecting. This has to reject for me, or I'm out. Pretty much a break-even trade. What a beautiful spot it would be to fail here. PDH NASDAQ for the gap fill. Or it's a sweep of the lows, ES holds the PDH, and it becomes the low a day, potentially. This is it. 606. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Just do it. I know I'm reading correctly. I just can't get on the right side, all right? Like that's just so good. It's so perfect. Just pay me, please. Look at that. Right at 606, man. Come on. Need to break this SPY low. Such a beautiful 606 fail there. Such a beautiful 606 fail right there. Wow. Come on. Let's go gap fill. Come on. Stay weak for me. PDH rejection. Up 24%. I've been in this situation 3 times today. And yeah, if I would have taken profits all 3 times at that level, I'd be having a really nice day. So I probably should just take it off here, but the trade is so right. The trade is so right. That's what's so hard for me here. Rejecting PDH perfectly, 606 there. Makes me think that you have more. I did take half off, so that's good. Trying to hold the rest for an actual, I mean, I have to. The only way to be profitable is to let these run or take the whatever percent loss, and the winners have to run. So I have to make it to where if I'm right, I make back the losses. I can't be right and only make and not make back any losses. That just doesn't work. So I have to make this be higher risk, like a positive risk reward. That's the only way to be profitable here. I'm probably not going to make back, my full day, but I need to at least see this out. I think I probably should stab off some more here though into this big drop. I'll take another 10 off right there. That makes my day pretty manageable, to be honest. That's a whatever loss. Good example of a trade. Not bad, man. 16. I'm up like 2,300 dollars on this trade. Good trade. Wish it was the first trade. Wish it was the first trade of the day. Let's see if it can keep running for me. Took that on the future side as well. That was good. Nice job, Dream. Yeah, I mean, I got tossed around pretty bad this morning too, man. It is a little bit of a regression into some bad gap fill, gap habits for me today. Um, Definitely took a step back on some self-control on the gap up, man. Should have been more patient on that. 674 bamboozled me a few times for sure. I still know what I'm doing. I still know what I'm reading. Just need to do a little bit better on that morning patience on the gaps. One of the thought processes this morning was to look for the gap fill short. It was too early to it. ES is rejecting yesterday's highs right now, which is very good for downside if that stays true. I think we might be able to get another leg lower here if the ES rejects 6709. ES is rejecting 6709 right now perfectly. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. Can you actually stay lower though? Good battle today, man. I'm content after this one. I'm content. Some things to take away from it. This is a good trade. This is a very good trade. Perfect break and retest of previous day high. That was the trade of the day. Look at that 6709 failure. Holy hell. Nice. Yeah, Tesla might fail back under 414.50 today, guys. If that's the case, I'm going to re-look for that short, by the way. Because you know what that's going to be? That's going to be a nasty daily candle. And I mean nasty. Back under that level. I'll be watching that. But let's see. How much do we have here? We're getting pretty close to gap fill on the Qs. So at some point we are going to have to take this off. I would love just an absolute meltdown. It sort of looks like you're starting to look like an absolute meltdown today. That is a disgusting daily candle. Holy shit. On the QQQ. PDC, previous day close, I'll take some more off and then I'll see if I can just absolutely juice a runner with like some small size to see if it just goes like multiple hundreds of percent. Up 62% here on the QQQ put. Thank God I took that, man. Thank God I found the confidence to try that trade, which is the good trade. That is the good trade. I'm up 1700 on the futures on this trade. This looks pretty dead. This looks pretty fucking dead. 70% Q puts. All right. I did something right today. Maybe you like me a little bit more now again. Maybe I earned your like a little bit more, little better today, hopefully. 77%, 85% Q puts. It's a huge NQ short. Am I riding this? Okay. There's your 100% on the Q puts. Oh, 100% trade. Wow. I did not expect that. All right, I can feel. I can breathe. I can breathe today. I'm gonna take 5 more off here as we approach PDC at 100% gain, down to 5 contracts. Wow. Yeah, much more manageable day now. That's that's good. I'm all right with that. I will walk away. A little bit happier. What a day. Hey, if there's one thing I'll always do is I'll show you both sides of trading, man. If there's one thing I'll do is I'll show you both sides. And I'll never shy away from my bad days because that is what builds you as a better trader. What's the takeaway today? Stop being an impatient piece of in the morning, right? And I'm talking to myself, by the way. I'm talking to myself. Stop, right? Let something start to happen. Too much anticipation off 674 this morning. Too much, man. Too much trying to see if that level hold is. Without that, right? We're up, without that trade, we are up 30, 40, $4,500 right now. Right? Without those stupid little trades this morning, it's a huge day. I am not invincible, nor is anyone. But hopefully we just keep working towards, right, getting better at that. Yeah, Buck, I mean, trust me, I knew both sides of the trade today, all right? We definitely knew both sides of the trade today. I decided to go for one side of the trade too early, basically. Yeah, gap filled. There it is. Still got more on the ES. You might still go. There might be more than a gap fill here. I'm being honest, just because of how nasty this is. You're sort of in a fueled downside move. And this is not a good look after NVIDIA earnings, by the way. It's not a great look for the market. So just be careful. I would not try to long this. I would not try to long this at gap close. It is not good that this is the reaction post NVIDIA earnings. It's not a great thing. It is the bamboozling that we talked about on the live stream. I might take more off here on Qs though, because you are literally right at the gap fill here. If we can break under it though, is this day going to turn green? Oh, look at that. All right, I'm out a little bit more here, down to 3 contracts. Yeah, look at that. Holy hell, look at that. Good exit. Good exit, good exit, good exit. Good exit. Right at gap fill. Okay. All right. All right. Now you get interested in, can I turn this day green? I got $6,000 left of buying power. So, I mean, the only way for me to turn green would be to hit an all-in 50% trade. It's just not going to happen, man. It's just not going to happen. That's it for me, guys. That's a good battle today. That's a good battle, man. Good day on the future side. Um, like 1,000, 1,500 bucks on the future side. I'll take that. Down on the option side, obviously. I'll run this though. I mean, maybe I can go green on a runner here. I mean, I would need this to go another 100%. I would need this to go like 200%. So I would need these puts to really start juicing again. But don't think I'll be taking another entry today. That is a perfect rejection of Tuesday high day on the ES there. I mean, let's just let this be. Sure. No reason to fully sell it here, is there? 140%. Oh shit, we could actually hit the 200% pretty quickly if it really goes. Next level would be gap fill on SPY. Okay, gap fill level is really holding on Qs here though. I would not be hoping and praying for that much more here. Just runners at this point. Nice job, markets with Maggie. Nice, Maggie. 10K, let's go. Nice. Where's Tesla at? Yeah, it's at that 414.50. Shit. Nice job, Maggie. Way to go. Yeah, what a beautiful rejection of PDH. That was on the dot, on the money, man. Right here. Look at this damn thing. Right there. Bam, bam, bam. Just on the money. Thank God I took that. I would really be over the edge if I didn't take that. I'm having such degenerate thoughts right now. It's ridiculous. My degenerate in me says, well, you were down 7,000. You can only put $5,000 more into the trade. So if you just put in 5,000 and let it go to zero, then you're just right back to where you were 20 minutes ago, right? I'm human just like you. Don't forget that. I won't do it though. But those thoughts, man, it's crazy. The human thoughts, they're wild. They're wild. The human thoughts, they're wild. It's a sick. It's sick. It's a sick thought. It's crazy how that just naturally flows into your mind. I didn't try to think about that. It just popped up in my head, right? It's crazy. It's that human instinct that we have to suppress so hard. Just try it. Yeah, it looks like you're gonna hold this gap fill maybe, but I mean, I'm waiting to see if you get a sliced candle through it. Crazy day. Very much an opportunistic day though. I mean, seriously. Um, you know, definitely definitely the outcome of today is absolutely what my morning self without, you know, with my what you would what you would tell yourself in the morning, filling the gap again. Just such a bad mistake on my part. And to you guys on the mentorship group, right? We talked about this a week ago about how the higher likelihood every day is that the gap gets filled, and we need to wait for it to get filled. And I failed to replicate what I teach, right? It's I'm not gonna hide that. I failed to replicate what I teach, which is wait for the gap to get filled or trade it to the gap fill. That's always the better trade. It's always the better trade. Trade it to the gap fill or wait for it to get filled, one or the two. So trading it to the gap fill was the money making opportunity today. And that's where I should have had my head the entire day. For some reason, the thought process flipped when I saw that 674 hold. For some reason. That's enough though. I'm going to stop talking. I'm just hopefully just the reason I'm doing this is just so you can hear, at least me explaining what went wrong. All right, so PDH is putting up a pretty decent battle here. Marco, you definitely want to see it out a little bit, right? Like, could this be just a gap fill that creates a new opportunity back to the upside? Maybe, but I would not try to guess that today. That would be like maybe next week we see if it starts to hold up here or starts to do something. But today is definitely a little bit more like catching a falling knife at the moment. So I would probably not react upon that right now, at least. It's an interesting thought. It definitely could be possible. You are technically just filling the gap to yesterday's close. So you're just right back to yesterday's close. That's all. Look at how this went down. Just absolutely fully systematic. Just no, just nothing, just down. So you are holding previous day close, gap fill on Qs, but I have 3 contracts left, and I will need to see a little bit more to get that out. I need to see legitimate. I probably need to see the ES back over this PDH before I take these last runners off, because these could all be dead cat bounces still. These could all be dead cat bounces still. Look at this ES rejection. Oof, 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 oof. Look at this. Oof. Yeah, nasty. That's nasty. Tesla short might actually end up paying, by the way. What are those puts at? 159? What did I buy those at? I don't even know. I think I bought them at like 2 or 3. Ooh, look at these nasty candles down here, man. Look at this look at this PDC spot. Holy crap. This is getting crazy down here. I bought a QQQ put at the rejection of previous day high. That was the one I said on the voice chat. That was the one trade that I would maybe look to take. And that sure as hell was a perfect trade, man, for 120% on the Qs. So, yeah, I mean, just reinstates my confidence in knowing that, what I'm looking for, but reminds me the importance of morning patience, right? And we probably could make this a pretty much flat day here if we can just stay doing what we're looking at right now. I think it is possible if you break this previous day close. Let's see what we're looking at if we break this previous day close. We just, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. I would say previous day low is possible now. 594.60. Oof. 180%. Alerts are hitting now. You know that's not good when you start hitting those alerts. Oh, Tesla, man. Oh, Tesla. I don't know. There's something's driving this. This looks a little bit nasty. 200% on Qs. $220 on Qs. Probably shouldn't have scaled out, huh? That's all right, man. Great trade. 220% trade for us today. That's pretty massive. Down $1,900 now on the day. We're gonna need another 100% here. We're gonna need 300%. Can we get it? We basically just need another. We need another basically two more dollars at PDL. It might. I think you'd be up 300% right around PDL. 594.60. It's just a combination of multiple losses. Knowledge. This gain is way bigger than any of my losses today, by a large magnitude. This gain is 500-$500 win, but I had a $1,500 loss. I had a $1,600 loss. I had a $3,000 loss. So this gain is higher than my losses, but I just had multiple losses. So, would have been nice not to stack up losses to start the day, but hey, I'm pretty happy about it. I'm not upset at all right now. It is what it is. Tesla could be a trade. Tesla could be a trade if we see rejections here at PDH, which you are. If we can get a pop and fade on Tesla, I would take that. I would take it. But we just absolutely got torched off PDH there. Yeah, no pop, just torched. Huh. Thanks, Dino. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, just tried to stay confident, just, I mean, we're technically just down. If we have like a 1% down day, we're going. Holy shit. Guys, we might go green. Oh, Tesla. Tesla's back to break even, isn't it? What did I buy those at yesterday? That's actually insane. See, that is why. Now they're not even close to break even. I bought them at 4. They're trading at 2. Now I will say, okay, I will say, there is one thing I agree with Brando on. I agree with a lot of things with Brando, but Brando does do. I think Brando is correct when he says that you should just put the max amount you're willing to lose in an option swing and let it go to zero. Because situations like this, right? It happens a lot where an option contract can be down 60% and then end up being up 300% by end of week, right? It happens so much on just like this situation like this today. So I get why he says it, and it is true. Now, it definitely makes you feel like you're sort of not trading with any kind of discipline, but if you really do just put the size that you're willing to be in and lose in the trade, then it does make sense. Because right now Tesla puts are coming back mighty fine. If I just held to zero, which I actually said I was going to, but I have a really hard time doing it. I haven't trained my mind to do that. Okay, we just hit previous day low. We're at 284% on the QQQ puts. If we break previous day low, man, that is not good. You break previous day low, I would be shocked if you didn't bounce here. If you don't bounce here, you're going, yeah, there's your bounce. There's your bounce. It could be dead cat though. Let's see what Tesla does on this bounce actually. Yeah, that VIX is elevating pretty aggressively, huh? Let's see what Tesla does on this bounce right here. I would watch this. That is a lot of volume selling into that move right there. Oh, Tesla. Look at Tesla. Let's watch this. This would be something. Hard to say I want to do this with the market down so much already. But let's watch what happens here at PDH on Tesla. What's the Bitcoin looking like? Yeah. Whew. Oh, oh. Gotta try it. Gotta try it. Stop loss over PDH on Tesla. Gotta give it a little shot. Just a little baby shot. Stop loss over PDH on Tesla. Tesla puts, 405 puts, stop loss over PDH. That's the exact pop I was looking for into that PDH level. Got a shot. Gotta do it. No questions asked. I'll gladly lose. Made my day a lot better today. I'll gladly take a little couple $100 loss there. Be my guest. That's fine. That is fine. Can it stay weak under PDH? I love that candle right there. Come on. Quick and aggressive here. Yeah. Quick and aggressive here. This would be something, huh? This would be something. Too good to be true? Boy, did I think we just had it good there. It still looks good, but I thought it was going to rip right there lower. Come on. Stay under that for me. Come on. Play nice. Bear flag looks good. It does. Bear flag looks good. I'd love to see that 2-minute candle flip red though. I think we're going to get it. I think we're going to get it. Oh, it's really battling at that low there. How do you not give it to me? How do you not give it to me here? How do you not give it to me here? Yeah. Oh, we did it, guys. We fucking did it. No way. Out half. Wow. Boom, baby. Wow. Get me out of here. Get me out. Out more there. Out more Qs. Wow. This trade can definitely continue, but I'm taking it off. That's it. I'm done.